Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Narrative with Tess Manhattan. I'm joined with the incredible Mackenzie Thomas.
I'm like so happy to be here because I see you around all the time, and when I see you I really just I want to bum rush you and be like Trisha Paytas, Trisha Paytas, Trisha Paytas, but it's not always the most appropriate situation to do that.
You've tapped into this resonant vibration of the internet and spread yourself several times. It's kind of crazy. I had no idea before I was researching for the podcast that you created the Uncut Gems meme.
Yes.
Which is insane.
I know. And actually
that's
a really funny story because yeah, I mean, I live and die by the blade of the internet. I really love the internet. I've been in interviews before with people who just know me from maybe certain parts of my ongoing odyssey online. But I've been around.
Yeah,
I've been around for a really long time. And that's the weird thing about the internet is sometimes it'll meet you at a moment that you. The Uncut Gems thing, I was working on a solo show of visual art.
Yeah.
Really stressed out about it. And I was with my best friend Claire. We were in a park and she was in LA. We were in Echo Park. I don't know what the actual park is called, but the one with the swan boats, if you know, you know. She was you have to see this clip of Julia Fox. I was okay. And it was the Alex Cooper clip and Julia Fox is I was Josh Safdie's Muse Uncut Gems, and we just did a billion laps around the park, saying that to each other. I was about to go to bed, and then I was let me just splice this video on TikTok, whatever. Also, I look hit in that video. I look crazy because I only made it to send it to Claire, my friend. And then I woke up in the morning with 8 million views and a remix of me and Julia's voices, and being played through a loudspeaker, and people were dancing to it on a cruise ship in Ibiza.
That's insane.
And it was crazy. Yeah, I've gone viral so many times in my life, but going viral by accident is actually the worst. It's crazy to misfire.
So you didn't mean to post that video at all?
I did, but I just thought it would just get 200 views.
Yeah. And then it
became
story a literal, I think it's almost a word in the dictionary, Uncut Gems.
Yeah, I've never met Julia Fox, but I've tried. But also I'm
she owes you so much.
I know, girl. I know, and I'm
where's
just
that check?
I'm even if I did meet her and I told her this, I don't know if she would believe
She'd
me.
be great.
Exactly. Because people have probably told her, because people have taken credit for Uncut Gems, but
yeah, where are you at the Super Bowl doing the Uncut Gems? The girl that did the Renegade, they brought her to the Super Bowl.
Or
they should bring you.
Or the girl that did the Apple dance, whatever. It's okay. It's because honestly, I don't need to claim it. Also, I'm really, my battling axe right now is that I accidentally, I didn't create reheating nachos, but I really contributed to that phrase taking off, and I'm literally so sorry. I put out a tweet.
Trisha's been saying that all the time,
as she should. Remember when Trisha was obsessed with remember when Trisha was obsessed with saying emulsifying? That's kind of a deep cut, but when she was in her buttered noodles phase, she would be I'm emulsifying the butter. I have to emulsify the butter.
Because she watched that Cooking with Babish, and he
emulsified the butter.
I started doing it too. It works.
I love the things she gets caught in a loop about, but reheating nachos is a strange thing. And I wish I never sent off a tweet about Tate McRae trying to reheat Nelly Furtado's nachos, but the microwave isn't working.
T. That's so true. I'm not a fan of Tate McRae. I'm sorry.
Okay, have you listened to Sports Car?
Yeah, I do like it.
It's good.
It is good.
Why don't you like Tate McRae? I'm not a Tate McRae stan. If I for some reason become friends with her in the future, I never said that, but I Sports Car is kind of good as fuck.
It's kind of good as fuck, but I guess I just feel we're in this pop era where everyone is slightly chopped up. It's a nacho salad of just everyone from the past 10 years that's popular. They find some girl, put her through the works,
Okay.
And like she kind of comes out as like a new thing, but it's like really 7 years ago.
Well,
but,
you know
like,
what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say.
What?
What about Addison Rae?
I love Addison, but this is like a really hot take. I think Addison has true star quality.
I think
and
so
I
too.
don't think Tate McRae has true star quality. And I think that's the difference.
That's fair.
And I think that Addison's music I think some of her new songs are really good. Like I think Aquamarine is really good, but the fashion song is like psychotic.
Yeah, I don't need your drugs. I just need high fashion.
Yeah, considering the fact that like I've been a fan of Addison since like she completely started, like right when that like video of her mom and her mom's like, do you remember became like the reason she's famous is because of a video of her and her mom lip syncing to Mariah Carey.
Interesting.
It was all about her and her mom and the fact that her and her mom were both hot, and then she had like a hot mom. That was like her original like viral hook.
Interesting.
And then she was like TikTok girl, but like always very basic, like normie, whatever, rejected LSU dancer. That was her narrative. And then this fashion thing is like her since she's moved to LA.
Okay.
And I just don't like think it's actually who she is.
I actually disagree. And I think that what I'm about to say about this is you can't really argue with it. I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm a Jersey girl.
Yes.
But in the second grade, I moved to North Carolina for 7 years.
Yes. I remember learning this.
And then I moved back to the same town in New Jersey for high school.
Yeah.
Addison Rae's from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Being trapped in the South and wanting to derp out is one of the worst like feelings in the world. And like I identify with Addison. I'm like, she was cutting up Teen Vogue magazines dreaming of the day when she could put the pink wig on and like put a cigarette in her mouth.
I do think that's true.
I think that's true.
I do think that's true.
That's true. And I think that like she's a really attractive like girl, and I think being basic is really, it's easy, you know. And I feel like that was a part of her way out. And also like I think it's easy for weird girls to be weird, but also like I think Addison's so normal presenting that the path of being a normie was just the easier one to take. It was too delicious. And now, you know, she has status and she can like do whatever she wants. And so I feel like this is her fucking truth.
I do think that's true. I agree. I think that I don't know about the high fashion song, but I agree with.
What about Headphones On?
Headphones On is great.
I know.
Headphones On is great. I think I love Addison Rae. I bought her first merch when it came out.
One of my most prized possessions is an article about Grimes that I cut out of a Teen Vogue.
Ooh.
And it's disgusting. Like it's honestly like at this point it's like congealed, but I keep it like in a plastic bag in the back of my closet.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it's aging interestingly, like culturally.
When you were online, what were the first figures that you really connected with?
The person that showed me how to use the internet was my babysitter, Morgan. And she was a scene kid. Hot Topic, head to toe. And she showed me YouTube because she wanted to show me an episode of Invader Zim.
That's amazing.
And that's how I like got online. And I think from there, like I have had varying, like I was like obsessed with like Kyle Mooney's YouTube videos like years ago when like before he was like famous, like I was watching them. Obviously like she's my friend, but she's my hero. Like Molly Soda just changed my life. Like if you see me walking around like not giving Molly Soda her flowers, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
The
like,
queen.
Yeah, the queen. I think Molly just kind of being exposed to like her world in which everything is Molly was like really powerful for me as like a young woman, because I was like, okay, she's doing this and people are calling it art. I could do that, you know?
Yeah.
And just the modes I think that like people like her and her like introduced me to like on Tumblr were really powerful for me. And I don't know, it's less I think figures that I've been obsessed with and I've tried to emulate, but more like the spirit of the internet is very inspiring to me. And I like that it's a place where you can kind of like throw spaghetti at the wall and see if it sticks. And I also, and just since a very young age, have been addicted to recording myself, documenting my life, like proving signs of life, and also performing in front of an unseen audience.
That is one of the most fascinating aspects of your work, is you're recording yourself and kind of like taking notes on yourself constantly. When did that start for you?
I'm an only child, and like no one else is gonna do it. Like I think I've always been really funny. Like I've always kind of like been the funny girl, but I never had much success like playing a character or anything. The way I've always gotten the laugh that I wanted was talking about my life and myself. And I found like so much value in just like writing it down, keeping it, and I guess performing for the audience of the internet, but also for myself. A lot of my work is honestly very selfish. Like I really just like, it's for me. I want to be 80 years old and like go through all of it.
Did you ever have a YouTube channel? Like were you?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a YouTube channel as a kid. Because in my North Carolina like days, I didn't have a lot of friends because I was so weird. Like, yeah, I was like taking in like cool stuff on Tumblr, but I was also like reading Downton Abbey fan fiction every night. Couldn't fall asleep without it. Like, also obsessed with Doctor Who and running a Bill Hader fan blog.
Love.
So like, yeah, wait, what was the question? Sorry, I mentioned like my Bill Hader fan blog and like I go like
everything else like blurs out. The Bill Hader thing is like very fascinating.
It's a really big part of my life.
It's a huge part of your life and your lore. And then also I saw the video of you at the 92nd Street Y like talking to him.
Oh wow, you did research. Okay, great.
Oh yeah, we researched.
Okay, hell yeah.
Did your soul like leave your body when that happened?
I've never had my knees locked before.
Whoa.
I love him. Like I think oh my God. Okay, so there's like another story to that. Like when I met Bill Hader, I have Google News alerts on for him, or I used to. I don't anymore. I have like other Google News alerts for like weirder stuff that's private. But I was writing my college essay at the time that was about him, and like his kind of, I was so alone as a middle schooler, but I would watch SNL and I would be like, wait, Bill Hader's funny as fuck, like I love him, wait, Purpose to Live. And I so I was writing that and I get an email from Google News alerts and it's like Bill Hader's gonna be in New York, and I was back in Jersey in high school, and he was doing a Q&A for Documentary Now. I'm at a Vietnamese restaurant with my mom, and I'm like, Mom, oh my God, I can meet Bill Hader. And she's like, we're buying tickets right now.
Oh, love.
And it was like 2 days later, I was having a really bad hair day that day, I remember. So they doing this Q&A, it's Fred, Bill, Seth Meyers.
Beautiful.
So important.
Dream
to
team.
me. Like, so I'm like, okay, how am I gonna do this? They're passing around little cards for people to put audience questions on. And I write, Dear Bill Hader, I wrote my college essay about you. Do you have any advice for young comedians at the time? But my mom does something incredible where she's like, I'm gonna put my question card folded over yours. And she wrote a letter being like, this is actually so important that you two like meet. Like, please pick my daughter's question.
That's so
don't actually reserve all like love for my mom, because she fucks this up in such a bad way. No. So my question gets picked. I'm freaking the fuck out. Like, Bill Hader's saying my name. He does like a whole bit. Like,
yeah, I know.
Mackenzie, like, wake up, you're in a dream. Like,
I saw that. And I was
my knees are locking, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's like, Bill Hader / like, reader's name, like fan fiction in real life. He's like, come backstage after, and I'll meet you. And when that show was over, I was pushing bitches like out of the way. Like, I was like, blah, blah, blah. I go backstage. I bump into Seth Meyers right in my face. And he was like, oh, Mackenzie. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And then like I meet Fred Armisen, who's dating Natasha Lyonne at the time. So I also meet Natasha. And then there's Bill Hader. Peak Bill Hader being handsome before Barry. Maybe he's having a few production meetings for Barry at this time. And he's like, so gives me a hug, so happy to meet you, gives me advice. And he's like, really, it doesn't matter. Like, just go out there and try stuff. Like, he's like, failure is like so important to whatever. And then my mom gets backstage and she loses her fucking shit. And she goes, oh my God, Bill. Like, she starts like tearing up, like freaking out. And she's like, Mom. No. And then she goes, oh my God, Mackenzie was different. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to go in such a bad direction. She's like, Mackenzie was different. She was bullied so badly when she lived in North Carolina. And we went to California once and we drove past your house.
What did he say?
And he like handled it like a fucking champ. But I was like, why did you say that, Mom? She was like, he was like, yeah, it's like on Google. And I was like, oh my fucking God.
You probably love that.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Thought it was so funny though that your mom was embarrassing you.
I just like was so fucking embarrassed. And but it's fine. Like, we'll meet again one day.
Is he married?
He's actually dating Ali Wong.
Oh.
But he used to be married. I know. Maybe like, and I'm single right now, you know, like I'm single. Bill. But he is apparently going to be playing Jim Jones.
Oh,
in a Jonestown doc that he's like, not doc, like a series for HBO that he's like writing, which is like, God did one tiny thing for me, and it's that
you should be one of his victims.
I was saying that the other day. I was like, oh my God, like, what if like he had like this like crazy sex slave? Like, what? Like,
the sheet over you.
Yeah, I would really, that would be really cool.
Jonestown Massacre when?
Bill Hader, like, forever. Like, I love him so much.
He's amazing. I remember watching Stefan and being like, whoa.
It's next level.
It's so good.
It's next level. It's so special. I like really also just like felt so inspired by the feeling that he was able to like give people with like just like being so funny, and like that is something that like still like to this day really motivates me. I've like stepped away from my like SNL proclivities, but like I used to have a Bill Hader fan blog. Kind of successful. My blog was on Tumblr, and I was able to like meet so many people through that blog, and also just like figure out how the internet like works. From that blog, marrymebill.tumblr.com, now defunct. marrymebill.tumblr.com. So I was able to like, I got really into like the Downton Abbey fandom on Tumblr, which was like a thing. Yeah. And I don't know, I used to come home from school every day and be in like a Skype chat room with like all of my Downton Abbey friends that were like my age, and then like women in their 40s.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll check up on them on like Facebook and stuff, and some of them have kids. But it's amazing to just kind of be a part of somebody's life for a little bit in the most non-invasive way.
They're connected to you, but they're also very universal.
Yeah.
What's that experience like for you?
I don't know. I really respect the internet as like an entity, I think. And I always have. I feel really blessed to be able to understand it and like use it to as like a tool. But I don't know. It's really weird to have different versions of yourself at different points in your life in somebody's hand right now.
Yeah.
But it's also like a blessing. Like it's so cool that I've been able to like be a part of people's lives that I don't even know.
My friend, I showed her your chart and she was saying the first thing she said, she was like, is this person very connected to the everyday?
Yes. Yeah. I'm obsessed with it. Like I really am. I mean, even before I was documenting my life, like when I was a kid, I've always just been so hung up on everyday life, and like I've always made myself like laugh in my head about just like little stuff here and there, and like I'm so in love with it every day. I mean, even when I'm having like a really shitty day, there's so much stuff to be made, you know?
So what's your like process like for journaling? I was so curious, like where do you like to write? What do you like to write with?
In my bed. Because now my journal is basically like my blog. Like I do like these long kind of posts at the end of every month about everything that's of note of the month before. And I don't know, when I was writing in my diary, it was in my bed. It's always in my bed. I have my day and I come back and I just decompress by doing that. Um, yeah, or sometimes I'll do it in the morning if I'm having like a slow day, but yeah, just always in my bed. The internet too, just everything I do is kind of the central part of my universe, like is my bed.
Relatable.
Yeah. Yeah. It really is though. Like I like eat food in there. Like I know you're not supposed to, but like I do. I've never had bed bugs. I'm clean. But like I do everything from there. It's like my dream to have like a 1-bedroom apartment where I can have an office in it where I have another bed for work. Because if I could have a work bed and like a sleeping bed, like I'd be so good.
That's iconic, honestly.
Yeah.
I love that idea of a work bed. It is such a special place, especially for going on the internet.
Yeah.
Being on your laptop in bed is like the best.
Yeah, it's amazing. I fall asleep next to my computer like every night. Every night.
Beautiful.
I remember when I first, because I had like a Dell Inspiron. That was the first computer that I had, and then I got like a MacBook when I got older, and like I really wanted to recreate that like I Just Seen video where a bed full of MacBooks, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna fall asleep next to my computer like I Just Seen, and it just never stopped. I put my computer like under. I have like 2 pillows on my bed, and I put my computer under one of them every night.
We should make like iJustine, like Victim of iJustine merch, because I feel like she's
awesome as fuck.
She's like the root of it all. Like for me, I felt like when I saw her videos, I was like, I can be a girl that loves her iPod and her computer more than anything else, and like that is so me.
Unsung e-girl hero, not remembered as an e-girl hero.
I want to interview her so badly.
You would have a really good time. She works for Apple now, right?
Oh my god,
I think she does. Don't quote me, but like I think she does.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's amazing. I watched a lot of iJustine stuff. Also, I just watched a bunch of things on YouTube because I was just so fascinated with the format of like vlogging, and people are always like, Mackenzie, why don't you vlog? And I'm like, I respect the form too much.
When was the first time you went viral?
The first time I went viral was do you remember the college admission scandal?
Oh yeah, the Lori Loughlin.
Yeah, I've always just like been into celebrity gossip. Like I love it. I actually like could like eat it through a funnel every single day. I've like paid money like to read celebrity gossip. I love it. I love it. I love it. I was obsessed with the college admission scandal because I was in college at the time, and it just synced up with me where Lori Loughlin, Olivia Jade's mom, was having like a hearing or something down the street from my college. And I was like, crazy. Okay, I'm going to skip class and I'm going to go. And I went with my friend Vivi, and I was like, we're going to hold up these signs that say like, Lori, like pay for our tuition. And I'm going to yell at her. And I got to the very front of the line, and I was like, Lori, pay for my tuition, Lori. And then she looks at me and she laughs and I go, Lori, like in her face. And the clip went crazy viral. And I was already kissing the ring of the internet. I'd already been using the internet in the same way that I do now. It happens. I go back to college, back to campus. I'm eating dinner in the dining hall. And this girl's standing behind me and she goes, oh my God, Mackenzie, you're on the news. And I look up at the TV and they're playing my clip over and over and over again on CNN. And I was like, whoa, okay. Like this manipulating the internet shit easy as fuck. And I was like, damn, I can be a part of the internet. And then I went on Twitter and it was like everywhere. And then it was on The Daily Show and I got interviewed by Vanity Fair and it was such a weird, bizarre moment, but it did kind of reassure my like path is I'm supposed to be a part of what makes the internet go. Wow. And it was really like funny. I like need to meet Olivia Jade one day.
Oh my God, you and Olivia Jade together would be incredible.
But that was the first time I went viral. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So you must have been like 19.
Yeah.
I feel like you also being a Sag.
Yeah.
Is like seeking the truth.
Yeah. And I'm a Sag. What I was saving for the podcast before we started recording is so like Aquarius, you were the person that put the magnifying glass on this thought. It's like Aquarius and the internet. Is there like a link? And I think, yes, I think so many people that we have in common, like have Aquarius in their chart and they're like so like linked up with the internet because Aquariuses are nerds. Yeah. Like we're nerds. But the thing is, I'm also a Leo. I'm a Leo rising. So it's like, okay, I was just like kind of destined to be like, doing what I'm doing. It's like, okay, Leo's like, like me. Aquarius, like the nerd. I'm somewhere right in the middle, I think.
Who are your favorite influencers?
There is a woman in this world who is obsessed with the food stools from Home Goods.
Do you know her? She has all the food stools in her house.
Yes, she has a billion food stools in her house.
Like she's like, here's my Oreo stool. Here's my popsicle stool. I have them stored up on the stool shelf.
She's like, I flew to Florida to go buy like the lemon wedge stool. Like I like people like that. I'm always kind of consuming like somebody like that. Like I just think she's so special. Like she's so different than who I am, but like to see somebody have so much enthusiasm for like her house is crazy. Like
she has so many
she's like
stools.
Here's like my tropical bathroom, like I have a pineapple like stool, like here I have like she's making up so many excuses to put so many stools in her house.
Wait, she buys the stools because there's someone I know that makes the stools too.
She also crafts.
Okay,
but I
wonder if it's the same person.
She buys stools, but oh my God. One of my favorite things about her though is that she lives in an apartment building where they have a contest every Christmas to decorate the outside of your door like Christmas themed, but it's for kids, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But she does not like fuck around about this. And she like builds like a giant gingerbread man, like with a peppermint stool outside. And like she wins every year. And I'm like, the kids in her building must fucking hate her ass. I would be so scared seeing her coming like at the door decorating contest. Like, yeah, I'm into her. I was like a big consumer of, kind of dark, but like 8 Passengers. I've been watching 8 Passengers for like 10 years. Someone on the internet that has a chokehold over me forever is Drew Monson.
Oh my God. Thank you for
Which makes a lot of sense,
bringing
right?
him up.
Which makes a lot of sense.
I've been dying to talk about Drew Monson.
Drew Monson is literally, he is one of the more important people on earth.
That's your bae.
Yes.
I could see you guys getting married. Drew Monson.
He's never followed me back, but like he follows a lot of my friends back, but not me.
We have to get you two connected.
We are really so akin. Like
I could see that.
Like I hang on to every fucking line. Like
I love him.
I think he's on the same like genius level as like Lena Dunham.
He is.
He's just really, really, really mentally ill.
Yeah, and I wonder like what would have happened to his career, because I feel like Shane totally like.
Yeah, I agree.
Shane is not that entertaining on his own, but I think Drew was such a key to his success and staying relevant on YouTube funny. For like a lot longer than Shane I think would have had if Drew hadn't been a part of what he did. Because Drew is so funny and just like his videos. Remember the video of when him and Trisha kissed?
Of course, of course, I watched it a billion times.
Me too.
Well, he's like. We're kind of like close in age, so like who knows?
I always kind of had like a low-key crush on him.
How could you not?
He's so like,
he has so much confidence when he wants to be seen.
Oh God, in his relationship with his grandma.
I know, she died.
I know.
Yeah. Well, Drew, I love. I don't know. I watch a lot of fried stuff. Like also like, listen, I'm not a fucking angel. Like I was getting ready for school, like doing my winged eyeliner, like watching like iDubbbz Kickstarter crap, like loved it, couldn't get enough of it. Like early days of like H3, like I was there on the ground floor. How times have changed, but like it's like I really I love YouTube.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
No, but I've seen an alien.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say more.
I've just actually started opening up about this.
Wow.
My friend Marissa Zappis, perfumer, incredible. Google her. She's the queen, absolute queen. Amazing. And also the queen of my life. I was her assistant last summer.
Whoa.
We barely knew each other, and she has become like an unremovable.
She's so cool.
She's the coolest person in the world. I told her this story because we used to just fill perfume bottles and just like break bread. And she watches this amazing Amazon show called Hellier. You heard of Hellier?
Mm-mm.
I think you would actually really like it because it started as a YouTube doc,
but
it's like
awesome.
It was like a really good YouTube doc, so like Amazon bought it. But it's about the stuff that lives in the mountains in the South.
I feel like Jeff might have watched this.
It's
Jeff's
so
really
great.
into
It's so
like
good.
ghost
It's so
hunting
good.
stuff.
It's incredible. So I was like telling her like I used to live in North Carolina. There's weird stuff in the South. I'm in the car with my mom. I'm like 11 on like the highway. You know, there's not like big buildings and butt fuck nowhere in North Carolina. There's just kind of like stacks of wood sometimes. Huge stacks of wood, like as big as an apartment building. And I would look out the window do this drive almost every day. I would look out the window, wouldn't notice anything except one day I saw this thing walking up the side of this pile of wood. Can I put the mic down and just it's a leg thing.
Okay, go for it.
He's like walking up the pile of wood like so crazy. Like crazy as fuck, and it kind of looked like a human but also kind of like a deer. Sorry. No, like it's
the funniest thing I've ever seen.
like it was like a humanoid like deer thing, and I didn't even tell my mom. I was so scared, like I couldn't even scream, and I kept it in for like years until last summer when I told Marissa, and I like am so sure that was an alien.
That was something.
Yeah, it was.
That was definitely
it was.
I felt it. I felt its presence. That's insane.
Yeah, so
That's
amazing. I haven't seen a ghost, but I've seen an alien.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is something you never leave the house without?
Oh my God, garbage in my bag. Like so much garbage. Like so much garbage. A really big point of contention in my last relationship was my ex-boyfriend would clean out my purse.
Whoa.
And without telling me, and I
would not be okay with
I was
that.
like, that is really important garbage, and they're like, please stop. Like, yeah.
Favorite color?
Green. But I never wear it.
Green is the heart chakra color.
Okay. Green.
Beautiful. Favorite number?
3.
Love. Mm-hmm. That's a good number.
So good. It's like, just, yeah, there's something about it. It's amazing.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Oh my God. Hopefully with like more money. I don't really know. I really just want to be Mackenzie in as many different formats as I possibly can. And I don't know where that's going to take me, but I hope it's to a 1-bedroom apartment.
That was like the tagline to like the next great like movie. That was so good. Okay, what's your perfect day?
I wake up, I go to the coffee shop. The gay barista that I have befriended and watched Drag Race with on Friday, he's there. I talk to him. And then for some reason I have to go to Chinatown to like pick up groceries. I'm in the mood. I can do it. I go get groceries in Chinatown. I run into somebody that I haven't seen in years that I want to see. Then I make a meal when I go home. I eat it. I go to the park. I walk 10,000 steps. I listen to a playlist that I've been working on called Nothing Bad Will Ever Happen to You Ever Again. And then I will go home, watch South Park, and go to bed. Really achievable, but like it's so easy to make me happy.
That's amazing. That sounds like a great day.
Yeah.
What's your coffee order?
Oh my God. I don't drink caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't drink caffeine. So I like get like the stupid bullshit. I'll be like, I'll get a turmeric latte, like with I'll get like a chai, like whatever makes me poop, I'll have it.
Current obsession.
I don't know. Let me think for 1 second about it.
Okay.
Oh, no, I know. The community of Beatles fans that are on Twitter.
Okay, say more.
It's made my life so much better. Like being able to like not be a sheep and choose liking these people's posts so I can bring them into like my algorithm, like shepherd them in.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Beatles fans on Twitter are really important because they are writing about and musing about media that is not that doesn't have a narrative in the now. It's not some, and if it is, it's so non-consequential. It doesn't make me think about my own life. Like, it's amazing. I like love their fan art. I love like looking at their fan fiction. There's a Japanese woman I follow who carries around a plush stuffed animal that's a cow, but the face is cut out. You can like slip a photo in. It's like one of those things, and it has like John Lennon's face. She's always like carrying him around, and like I just think that their kind of like creativity is really amazing, and it really inspires me to kind of, I don't know, like enjoy things in like a different way. I really, really love them. They're amazing. I'm obsessed with them.
What's your morning routine?
Oh, I cannot comment on that. I cannot comment on that. I actually can't. Like, when I get out of bed, I get out of bed. Fair. Can't say when, can't say how. It happens when it happens. I have a really in-depth like skincare routine though. Like, I'm always using wacky things. I'm like using this serum right now that has like needles in it.
Oh, I've seen that one. Mm-hmm. It's not the salmon sperm.
I want that too though. Yeah. I'm always down to try. Like, yeah, but
your skin looks amazing.
Thank you. It's kind of in a rough spot right now because like the pollen from outside's like sitting inside of my skin. But like, yeah, I'm really into that. But my morning routine, just, I think also being a freelancer, like I can't say. My morning is till I go to bed.
So you're more of a night routine.
I'm a night owl. I think that's also just like people that are more like internet natives. Mm-hmm. We're night owls.
Most embarrassing username?
I don't have one. Because I'm proud of everything I've ever done. But
can you give us some
no, but I'm gonna say,
okay.
I actually just started talking about this. This was private, until recently. My username before I started doing different iterations of Mackenzie, my Club Penguin and Neopets username was Sunflower40.
Ooh, and I like Sunflower40.
Sunflower40.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Like that would be a perfume. Because I've only had like 2-ish usernames.
Oh, really?
I haven't had a ton.
Interesting.
So it's been like Sunflower 40 and Mackenzie, Dumb Mackenzie, Evil Mackenzie, Shopping Mackenzie. Like,
I love Shopping Mackenzie.
Yeah, that's my Depop one. I don't have an embarrassing username, but you know what is embarrassing? I was such a lonely child at a point in time that I had a pet string in a TikTok box named Wee Wee.
Wait, what? Wait.
Yeah, I had a pet string that I would keep in a TikTok box, and his name was Wee Wee. You heard me right the first time. Yeah. And I would like carry him around. And also one time I also brought home, you know, when you're at like dim sum and you're having like sticky rice and sometimes it'll have like a little shrimp in it.
Yes.
I was so horny for plankton from SpongeBob as a kid that I thought that if I brought the shrimp home and put it in a water bottle, it would like grow into plankton and like he'd be my boyfriend. So like there's also that.
Who are your role models?
Jenny Lewis, from Rilo Kiley, because she's just the greatest writer of all time. Within reason, but like she's incredible, and like I just wish I could be able to like describe life the way that she does, like with just like such like precision. I'm fucking obsessed with her. I love her more than anything in this world. And also like the other day I was in New Jersey and I got to like visit this like DIY program I did when I was a high schooler, and the guy that runs it is 81 and his name is Ed, and he's been doing it. He makes no money from it, but like he's like the best man I know, and I just want to be like Ed.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, I really do. I'm just so obsessed and like in awe that like someone could be able to like stick it out to like be able to like give a place for like high schoolers to play music for free. Like he's amazing.
That's amazing.
And I really admire him, and I like want to be him when I grow up in my own way.
Aww. Shout out Ed.
Yeah, shout out Ed.
Do you have a final message for the narrative?
The people of Narrative Podcast.
Yeah.
Just hit send.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, just hit send.
Just hit send. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Find Mackenzie everywhere in all of her Mackenzie forms.
My blog, I will do whatever I want on Substack, and my Instagram is Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. Period.
Period.
All right. Love you guys. Subscribe. Bye.